did last season's binge experiment work? Weekend?
Yeah. It's a bingey show, you know what I mean? And with time travel, it keeps it all fresh. And look, guys, that's Jennifer Goines. It's a, you know what I mean? It keeps it all fresh too, and we drop a lot of clues and that pay off, and a lot of those images, when they're fresh in your mind, it's more satisfying. It's just a long movie. Season 3 very much was designed to be consumed that way. Season 4 is as well. But the real fun will be people going back and watching season 3 and 4 as one thing, and they'll be like, oh my god, they were saying this thing the whole time and I didn't see it, and it should be fun. So
are you going to binge season 4 also? Do you know?
I don't know how they're airing it. I hope so, because I think it was successful it was disturbing, because we had started shooting season 4. We had just finished season 3 a week before, the post on it with visual effects, and then by the next weekend everybody had already seen it all. So it was this disturbing, that was 8 months of my life that you guys just consumed, and you know what I mean, and little bits of I'm trying to get the music right in that one scene, and then boom, you guys next scene, you know. So that's a change.
Did you know it was going to be played in 3 nights when you wrote it?
No, we didn't. We didn't. Yeah.
So it didn't impact how you wrote it at all?
No, not at all. No, yeah.
So, starting with season 1, there are things that happened in season 1 that we're now seeing kind of a payoff even in season 3. Did you ever have kind of a show Bible that you created, almost like a map? Because there's so many intricacies that involve time travel, where if you get one thing wrong, it creates paradoxes and things that are wrong.
Each season 1 had a map. We knew where we would go to. Season 2 had a map, and then seasons 3 and 4 had one map. So we, yes, you have to know everything. And we had a lot of late nights in that writer's room, in a room about as big as this, completely covered in dry erase boards, being like, we set this up here, and we gotta go here, keeping track of everything.
So Olivia being the witness, when did you know that you were going to make her the witness?
It's pretty organic, actually, when you think about it, because we knew the witness as we knew it was their kid. We knew we were telling that story. But then when you go and break it down, do you want to watch a show about 2 people going to kill their child? No, you don't, And so organically it's like, they may not save his life, but they can save his soul. So it begged the question, who was doing these? Because we saw the witness do some horrible things in season 2, possessing Cassie, taking Sam, doing all these weird things. So there was an entity that did that, and it didn't feel like Ethan. So we laid the track, and even Ethan was saying, I know I'm supposed to do these things, it just doesn't feel like me. And in the Army of the 12 Monkeys, they didn't know, and what I love so much about season 4 is Olivia didn't know. And we will tell the story about her rise to power to becoming the witness. You actually see the moment she puts on that mask, the moment and why she wears that mask, and why she does all those things. And you see her do all the things to put these things in place, and how it consumes her. I'm really excited. Allison is amazing. In season 4, she will be blown away. You will forget Cersei. She is the evil queen of time and space.
One of the things I've always truly enjoyed on the show is the fact that even the people that we think we're supposed to hate, like for example the witness and what we now know as Ethan, they all show bits of humanity within them. And Olivia showed humanity, and when she became the witness, it threw me for a loop, because I was Team Olivia for a while.
Yeah, and then, I'm still Team Olivia.
People in the 12 Monkeys showed, compassion. The person who raised Ethan to question, that was amazing.
I like you. You know the show.
Yeah, it genuinely is my favorite show on television.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've been telling all of them. It's my favorite show on television.
Oh, well, thank you.
And so, how do you bring that humanity to these characters that are intensely complex. You know, because we have our heroes, but we also have our villains, but all of them have this key of humanity to them.
You know, it's just, if it's not there, it doesn't feel right. Even with like Magdalena, who was played by Hannah Waddingham from Game of Thrones. She's about as arch as they come, but for her, she was raised for a purpose. You know, so it's just finding. I think it's just what makes people interesting. Like the Game of Thrones opener this week, I'm sure a lot of you watched it. I loved the Hound story. It's just a human story about him redeeming himself and burying. It's just great, just about something. And I think when the characters aren't really about something that we can kind of connect to, you kind of start to gloss over it a bit.
It's cartoony of it.
Yeah, which is the theory, you know, about time in the show is if you're going to do a serialized time travel, you have to ask a big question, which is, do you hate time or do you love time? Time will give you an ending. Is that okay? You know what I mean? Or does that make life worth living? So.